Lokati here. Welcome to day 3 of Zero to Hero on our Lightning Deadeye. This will be the final day in our series, hopefully. The goal is going to be to farm the character up to level 90 so we get a 5 link on Bowshot, find all 3 citadels, collect fragments that are needed to defeat the Arbiter Pinnacle boss, and finish out what is essentially the end game currently of PoE. We will include shopping tips, trading, some highlights from the game and things that are going on. Our budget is still currently pretty low. We expect to finish the game around a 15 div total investment, unless something like crazy drops. Let's get to work. Time to grind. We are shopping for rings right now. This is the perfect ring, but it's a little bit out of our budget. We're going to try to negotiate with the guy a little bit, see if we can get a better deal. I really like this one a lot, though. We're using similar weighted sum values as we were before, but we need to take into account some additional resistances that we're going to need. This one happens to have rarity of items found on it. So that, all in all, is a really good option for us. All attributes will let us pull 2 decks and 2 strength nodes off of our tree and move those over into int. So this is essentially 36 int for us. So that's a very, very good stat for us. And then we get more life. I do not think that we're going to need Thieves' Torment any longer in the build because we're able to kill bosses at a much more rapid rate with our increased gear. And we will only need Thieves' Torment for Pinnacle bosses. This is a lightning. This is the cold and fire. So this one is also a really solid option for us. Increased mana is really good because we're going to need a slightly larger mana pool because we will not be using Thieves' Torment to dump. That would also be a good choice. We're also going to have to keep an eye out for mana flasks because we do need to craft a slightly better mana flask for our guy. Good ring. Not only that, we will be able to increase attributes on it. We have attribute catalysts. Now the previous ring that we were trying to negotiate for is a little bit less valuable because the attributes on that ring no longer do anything for us. We're just going to move on. I think I would still rather like to have it. Hey. Hold off on buying attribute catalysts. It does have rarity on it. We're missing rarity off of our Thieves' Torment. Having a little bit of rarity would be a good thing for us. We have none anywhere else. Negotiated, and he negotiated down. Like we offered him 1 div 56x, 1 div 50x. That's a weird strategy for negotiations, but we'll take it. And got a good solid pair of replacements for our Thieves' Torment. It's still a good ring. We're going to keep it around. Don't want it to go away. Our reses are still capped. Way over capped on cold res. So we could look at replacing as cold res on it. Which Nothing. I don't know where we're getting all of our cold res from. Oh, this ring also had cold res. Well, that's alright. It had lightning and fire and cold. We're capped on everything. Chaos is still lagging a little bit behind, but we could drop cold res runes right here and put a chaos res rune on our boot. That would help get our chaos res up. As far as damage goes, are now at 10 stacks of Tailwind, 67k versus 46k. Those rings are a huge bonus to our damage. And with Bowshot, we have no need for the life on hit, or sorry, the mana on hit, Thieves' Torment in regular play. And then I believe with 1,000 mana, we should be able to dump mana into a boss with lightning rods and flasks and be fine for killing T15 bosses. So we'll see about that shortly. We changed our rings. Thieves' Tempest is now sitting lonely in our inventory. Let's go ahead and run a T15 with our new gear. How everything goes. That's not a terrible boot. Maybe that sells. That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't even know how that got picked up. Oh, because it's...
Until next time.
That was... Let's get in here and run this T15. Our bowshot DPS is now up to like 90k full tip DPS while we are, if we have hit a target recently. But that is a tremendous amount of damage. It has overtaken our damage on rares so that we no longer have to use lightning rod on rares. That is a huge benefit to us. We have not run a breach yet to see how the clear is on breach. I imagine the breach clear is still not amazing. And I think once we hit level 90 and we get another link on it, we can throw chain into it, essentially, which will cut our single target damage in half, but I think we'll have more than enough single target damage at that point to take the hit. But then that would massively improve our clear on breach. And of course the other option we have for clear on breach is go ahead and get a spirit body armor and run Herald of Ice and Herald of Thunder and chaining them together. I think we have enough damage to be able to do that now without too much difficulty. We are running Essence of the Mountain, cold damage on our tree, so that should be enough to chain out. We may have to get a little bit more modifier on the tree, but we'll definitely explore that as well. Few different options for improving our clear in breaching. But as far as map clear, bowshot is amazing. Running smoothly, fast, clean, no issues with mana, attacks are very fast, hits everything hard. Can't be more than pleased. Not as flashy as lightning arrow, so like really want to see your attacks. It's not nearly as fun. You still have to be a little careful with stuff that's really close to us. Sometimes it's just straight up hard to hit it because of the targeting on bowshot. But we've got plenty of move speed, so we're basically just running around nuking everything. Still not immune to terrain. Hate getting stuck on stuff all the time. Shields are basically worthless. If it's a focus, it's worth picking up. But like, straight up shield, I've had no luck in selling any of them. I wouldn't waste any time picking. Expert Wicker Tiara is probably worth picking up. We are going to need to get our ducks in a row to do our 4th tendency. So we need to find a level 78 Berea. We could do the Trial Master, but that requires 3 or more Trial of Chaos runs, Ultimatum runs. Because you only get 1 piece of the Trial Master boss each run, and you need 3 different pieces, and so you could get 3 different ones in 3 runs. Could get 3 different ones in 15 runs. RNG is RNG. So, we still prefer to run it on Sanctum. Just Trial of Tekis for the non-GUI winners. Go down, kill the boss, then clean up the rares. How our boss damages. We do need a better flask. Still using a Transcendent flask. Just keep an eye out for flasks. Double boss and lag as we enter the boss room. Not a good sign. GGG. Come on. Did we lag and disconnect? Or did we lag and die? We lagged and disconnect. Better than the alternative. And we gotta run all the way back down again. We'll kill these rares on the way. Longest map ever. What is damage? That guy hitting us across the room? Is that just more corpse explosion? Courtesy of Cast on Death Mobs. Alright. Can we go in there without lagging? Bosses might be a problem. Alright, let's kill him now. I don't know if that was a really good example of how we do against bosses without our Torment Ring. I think we should run it again. We'll do a different boss. See you soon. Welcome to Sanctum. I mean, the Trial of Secamus. the artist formerly known as Sanctum. We are going to try to hit up our level 80 Berea and see if we can't get our 4th ascendancy point here. There is no guarantee that we're going to succeed in this, so we're going to give it our best shot. We're still a little under-geared, in my opinion, but we got a Berea, so why not do the Berea? As far as the build goes, no real changes. We are still utilizing bow shot for clear and rod for single target, and, well, rod only for bossing. We have had a few issues with not running Thieves' Torment on bosses, so we are set up to ring swap specifically for bosses. And so we have enough resistances and enough stats to swap back and forth between the two items.
Impressive endurance.
Restore to me the honor that I'm not missing. Thank you. Alright, let's see here. The key to this is no afflictions that make it more difficult for us to succeed. And all the sacred water. That's the goal. No afflictions, all the sacred water. We need to be able to shop at merchants and get some really good boons. We need things like the 40% increased damage, 40% increased move speed, enemies have 50% less health, that kind of stuff. We need that. So we're going to focus on avoiding afflictions and collecting water. That's the goal. Because there are 4 floors, we're also not going to spend our water willy-nilly. Sacred water fountain to a bronze key where they have, oh god, that is not a good start. Enemies have 50% increased max life, not a good start. Not at all. We're forced into it on floor 1, room 3, no choice. It's trying to hit us with the lightning mirages before we even start the game. So far, this trial wants us to fail. That's what it's telling us. It's currently telling us that it would like us to fail miserably.
Swift magnificence.
Give me my sacred water.
An oasis in the desert.
This one is fine. A pledge could possibly get rid of this affliction. The name of the game in these 4-floor trials is to play safely as possible to maximize the amount of honor we have at the end of it. The last boss isn't hard in particular. He's got a lot of life, so you need to do a lot of damage. And he has an interim phase that you have to have enough movement speed or movement skills to get around and pick up the little poo on the ground. But we need to minimize the number of afflictions we get because they add up very quickly. So we go Hourglass Trial, You cannot restore honor is perfectly fine in the first floor. See if we can't get to a corner here. That's not a safe corner. I'm gonna get out of that corner because I think he called down a little guy attack. No, he didn't.
That was close.
A couple of gold keys is kind of interesting, but probably worthless. Let's say we got a pledge that we can work with here. Remove Hemo, gain a random, gain a random, gain a random, gain Fountain of Youth, gain a random. Nothing that we can work with. This is a hell of a start. We'll take increased attack speed, cast speed, and move speed. Or... Fuck you, trial.
Quick and lethal. Prepare yourself.
A great challenge overcome.
Our damage is coming along much better than I thought. We don't need any honor, so we don't need to do that thing. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. In the corner we go. And we're just playing it safe. Nothing fancy. Hide in our corner. Kill everything that spawns. Sorry, my guy. I would love to sell you that dual string, but we're in the middle of a trial, and I don't feel like popping out for dose exalted orbs. Go see if maybe there's some guys out here. Get some honor from.
Too weak, too slow.
Nothing really.
Swift magnificence.
In the water.
Anything for a sip.
Come on, rattle cage.
The foe ahead is formidable.
And here's where we're gonna switch back to our Thief's Torment. Because that lets us do that. And back to our clearings. Not too shabby. Go ahead and burn all of your keys every floor, because if you hold on to them and you get to the end, there just literally won't be enough chests That was all garbage.
While
Alright. More sacred water found is good. More movement speed is better.
the choice is made.
We'll take the more sacred water.
Choice is made. May that serve you.
Oh, feels like PoE 1 again. Oh. I love having move speed. Alright. We get a boon. We get an affliction, but a merchant. We don't have anything left for merchant. We get sacred water, sacred water. We get a pledge there, and we get garbage there. I think we go to the restore honor and the boon. The boons can be very good. Oh, Sir Rabbit's Foot. You're gonna get us in trouble in trap rooms, aren't you?
Take this.
Impressive endurance.
And it still feels great, even if you get us in trouble. Zoom, zoom, zoom. What's our random boon? Come on, increase damage. No, found it, yo. Oh, that's a tough one. Traps are faster is generally a bad thing. But enfeeble is something that we don't want to carry because we're currently carrying enemies have 50% more health. Stone. Worn sandals, garbage, remove spiked shell, gain a random affliction, get oof. Do we get? You have no evasion. Fuck me. Fuck you, game. Fuck you very much. Guess we take traps for faster. I mean, the no evasion thing, it's okay for bossing, because we can't really evade anything that the bosses do. Most of their attacks are AoE anyway. And we're not really terribly concerned about the bossing, like, incoming damage, as much as we are about the honor. We have 537. We can get a boon, or we can hit a merchant. I think we take the boon because I don't want Spike to exit. Holy shit. That was bad. The thing hit me, and then like I planned on just taking the hit and running through it, and then it stunned me over and over. Yeesh. And I didn't even get the lever. And of course, the lever goes the other direction. Traps is faster is bad, okay? Oh no, what's gonna happen when I pull the lever? Unnecessary 500 damage there. But we have the Restore Honor and grant a random boon. Anyway, boon. 50% reduced merchant prices. That's could be a good boon. Assuming that we're never, under any circumstance, taking black smoke. So no armor it is. But why can't I? Oh, the silver cash first. Seeing ahead in the sanctum is more important than anything. So we don't take black smoke ever.
A great challenge overcome.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, we don't have a key. What are we gonna do? You have no armor. Award honor. Oh, we can actually go up and get the shrine. That's good.
Good riddance.
As far as I'm concerned, all of the rooms are the same difficulty. So really the only thing that matters is the reward or the penalty of the room. Give me my water.
I would give anything for a sip.
Terracotta Sentinels. Once again, they need to die relatively close together.
Ancient guard.
Now, normally you would like gather them up, but I think our damage is just high enough that that's not going to be a concern. Make sure we swap our ring up before we activate the bosses. Gotta remember. I mean, we'll just set down our curses here. And delete the bosses.
That was an impressive display.
All that stuff that happens after they die is really annoying. I wanna loot, but I don't want to stand in fire. Thank you. Spend our gold key on the mysterious stash of garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Alright, more max honor, monster still less damage.
Onwards.
We don't have any honor to restore in this urn. Doesn't look good, but we'll take it anyway. Whatever.
Serve you.
Got an excessive amount of sacred water. Especially with the merchants cost 50% less boon. Alright. Nope. We've got enough honor. We'll go ahead and just take the 30 sacred water loss per room. Find our little sweet spot where we're safe. Bow shot costing no mana and doing twice the damage of lightning arrow. It's fucking ridiculous. But we'll do it. We'll use it. Okay, no problem. What horseshit? There goes our no-hit run. Here, we just come out here and get a little bit more water since it's going to spend water anyway. Come on, boons. Where's my increased damage boon? What do we get? Adrenaline vial. Honor restored when you enter a boss room. It's not bad. Not good. Get a boon or a large water. I don't think we need the large water. And the boon is safer. Gives us some good options. And boons are just generally good. That's why they're called boons. They're generally good. I love having to dodge everything in the fucking world.
Now this will come in handy.
Watch out, those are still trapped. Those pressure plates. Don't step on those. It's bad, okay? What's my boon? Where's my damage boon? Monsters have reduced action speed. It's not bad. But it's not damage. Alright. Silver key to sacred water or bronze key to trial parameters. If I go with the bronze key, that opens up all 3 rooms. If I go with the silver key, that does not open up 3 rooms. So we're going to go with the bronze key because if we go here, we get to see these rooms. And then we can choose between either of these 2 for all these. If we go with the silver key, we can only choose this room, which means we can only get these 2 options. So that would be the strategy. Keep our options open. Just think of it like dating in college. Plus the protection. What fucking horse shit? How are we not hitting him as soon as he spawns? He can spawn and hit us in the face. We're shooting the exact same spot. Not hitting, and then those two guys just left on me. Oh, God. This is an inordinate amount of incoming damage for an hourglass room that we should just be chilling in a corner. Where's my chill corner action? We just took 800 damage in this room. Not good. Not good. Opposite of what we want to do. And all we got for it was a bronze key. 50% reduced honor restored. Change. Maybe we go with the change and the change. Change and change. Trial parameters. Maybe we get a good trial parameter. Don't step on the trap. Don't step on the trap. These rooms are being particularly annoying. This is only the third one? Yeah, the third one. Alright, Pludgy Poo. Do me right. Give me good options. Gain a random, remove Silver Tongue, remove Gate Toll. Ugh. Got a merchant at least. Pledge to merchant. That's a good one. Alright, come on, Pledge. Remove Vicious Ichor. I'm okay with that. Restore honor. That's worthless. Gain Traditions Demand. Nope. 100% more honor lost in non-boss rooms. 50%. Nope. Nothing good. We didn't even look at what comes after the merchant because we're still taking the merchant regardless. And to the merchant. Come on, blah blah. Ornate dagger. That's what we want.
Onwards.
30% increased effect of your non-unique relics is good.
Choice is made.
I mean, this is worthless because the thing is over. The next 10 non-boss monsters you hit are instantly killed.
Tent.
Do we need honor restored?
May that
Yeah, we do.
serve you.
For favor.
This
Gracias.
use that
Cannot restore honor. Take it. Almost rolled right into that trap. Ooh, there's one more down here.
Stand tall. A moment of respite.
Sand pit.
Beware the scorpion sting.
Oh, we forgot to equip our ring. Can we do that mid-boss fight? I don't think so. Oh, we do have our ring. We had a ring on the whole time. We forgot to take it off. That's probably a good thing.
But I sense another being resides here. Perhaps you can
A bronze key to dump
find them.
and get nothing. Blah blah. You need your honor restoration.
This will help.
Trap still reduced damage.
The choice is go with strength. May that serve you.
Test of time. This will be round 4. The stakes are upped quite a bit in the test of time. The maps are more three-dimensional. There's a lot more encounters on them, and everything does a lot more damage. So this is something that you got to be a little bit more careful on. We get a merchant right out the gate, followed by a sacred water or a shrine restoration. We just take that merchant. Did he just get deleted? Guess so. Oh, we did get our 50% more damage.
Space for that.
No more room for relics? No.
A great challenge overcome. Greetings.
Blah blah, what you got for us? You have 50% more defenses. Would be great if I didn't lose all of my evasion. Oh, that does affect our energy shield though.
Always.
That's nice. And the next time you go below life is good. You can't be damaged. Why not? 50% restored honor, and then honor.
Use that.
I think that's gonna be the last time we get to shop at a merchant anyway. Room types are unknown. We're definitely not doing that, so we're taking the shrine to restore honor.
The ritual has been disrupted.
Yeah, we can use the 300 honor. Monsters deal more damage, lose all sacred water on floor complete. Take the fountain, then we'll take the lose all sacred water. See him try that falling on me bullshit? The little laser bats got me though.
Great challenge overcome.
I need more mana.
I would give anything for a sip.
There's all sacred water on floor completion to fountain. That's a good choice. Trap room. This one is kind of an obnoxious trap room. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was unnecessary. Oh, crap. I did this out of order. Get around here in time. I'm confused. Oh, yeah. Wait, no. No, I'm super confused. You don't need to pull this lever. This lever is just bad. Sorry. Confusion. We pull this one, and then we pull this one, and then we wait. It took way too big of a hit randomly from those bats.
I shall overcome. Too weak, too slow.
Telling you. Place. Sketch. Take damage, gain a boon. I don't think any of those pledges are going to be good for us. Alright. We have a fountain, a shrine, and a boon. Oh, goodness. They're making this part easier on us. Stupid pottery.
Stand tall.
Oof. That room, though. We're taking way too much damage in some of these rooms.
Of respite.
We get to restore honor, and we get a shrine. Or sorry, we get a shrine and a boon, and we get a merchant. We have enough to purchase from the merchant. 25% less max honor is probably not that bad. This room is annoying because these things are nasty. We can hide in this little corner back here.
Nowhere to run.
Usually this thing does not attack us.
That was close.
I don't think we'll need 8k max honor for the boss. So we'll take the merchant, get our rewards from the merchant, take the 25% less max honor, and then fight the boss. As always, don't get too caught up in killing stuff in here, otherwise you may run out of time. Get these death crystals. One backwards that we missed. Go. Run up the middle here.
Impressive endurance.
Take our honor loss. Restore our honor.
I will do my
Monsters have less max life.
onwards.
The next minor boon you get is converted to a major boon.
Always. Use that.
Neither of those are going to do anything for us.
Let's plan.
No. I don't think we're going to get another boon though, sir. Take that ring off in case. Make sure that we've only got Thieves' Torment. Our resistance look good.
This battle is our sacred.
I have seen how this ends, Taljari. Your time has come. Your fate finds you. This is all the future I have.
Who needs phases or honor or anything? Just fucking delete him. Is that a fancy relic? Is that a relic? We'll find out soon.
What if I do?
The rest of that stuff is garbage. Ascendancy! And we get Wind Ward. Quite possibly one of the best defenses in the game. Wind Ward is 30% less damage while you have 10 stacks of Tailwind, which is a lot of the time. Very, very strong defense. All of this stuff. We can't loot any of this. Got nothing. We don't even have any honor for the key because lose all honor at the end of it. But we got what we came for. Blah, blah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your cooperation. Peace. Let's go see what our relic is. Well, we'll just rip an identification kind of thing. And boo. Drops an additional Berea. You have no defenses. Sag. Back to the grind. Time to look at a few changes that we've made to our character. So, helmet's the same, quiver's the same, amulet, our rings and our torment is back up. Our chest piece is still needing upgrades. Our belt is the same. We've got Hand of Wisdom in action, and then our good old booties. But we did get a new bow. This is going to be a strong addition to our character. It is fairly low on the DPS. So the actual DPS on the bow is only 159. But we have 90% increased elemental damage with attacks from soul cores. And we have 91% increased elemental damage to attacks with suffixes. And +5 to all projectile skills. So while it is a low flat damage bow, it has increased our bow shot while Tailwind from 68k to 76k. We also gained well over 1k on Lightning Arrow. And so for a very, very cheap bow, you can find these for 1 div or less. It's a phenomenal upgrade because we can rely on the base damage, the flat damage, from Hand of Wisdom in action. On your bow, you just want to make sure it's got 3 elemental damage sockets and a high LE damage and a high level of projectile skills. Now we've also been avoiding it because we've been spending currency elsewhere, but it's time that we do an anoint. We're going to go ahead and grab 1 distilled paranoia that we need for the anoint. That was lies and manipulations. We don't need a distilled paranoia. We needed a despair. Well, we just throwing money out. So we'll get our 1 despair that we need. 8 exalted orbs. And so to anoint something, you right click on an emotion, you put them in the window, you put your amulet in the window. And then you wonder to yourself what blurred motion actually is going to require, because apparently it's not the same. Where is it up? It's over here. Despair, Paranoia, Ire. That's the order. And the order is important. So it's Despair, Paranoia, Ire. Blurred motion. This is going to give us 5% attack speed and 5% increased dexterity, which is another boost to our attack speed, as well as a small boost to accuracy rating, which we probably do need a little bit of accuracy. Their bow shot has... where's accuracy? Damage, projectiles. Am I blind? Did not say. It does not say. Our lightning rod. I've never noticed this before, but I don't know. Oh, here we go. Main hand accuracy rating. Accuracy against targets within 2 meters is 100%, but then accuracy against targets further away is less than that, and with only 1843 accuracy rating, we probably needed a little bit more. This is a huge boost to our accuracy rating here, which is good. Also a huge boost to our attack speed. This anoint is going to bring our damage on our bow shot up to 79k and 19k on our lightning arrow. A nice solid 700-800 DPS bonus, about 6 to 7%. So very good, cheap anoint that we can use on here until we want to get to a more spendy anoint. Now we've just got some more farming to do because we are running supremely low on currency, especially since we just wasted 4 exalted orbs. But we really would like to upgrade this next. So that's going to be our goal, is to save up enough currency to get a good body armor right here with some spirit so we can go back to double heralding. Back to the grind. Oh, we got another sale. Another sale. Hey, this is our old quiver. Things served us very well. I hope it serves you well, sir.
I'll be here, waiting.
Come on, my guy. Teleport over here. There you go. I knew you had it in you, buddy. Feels good to get some cash. Well, these sapphire rings, they go quick. I've only got one guy. He's gonna buy all my sapphire rings. All one of them. Thank you, sir. We did get 4 more gem cutters, and so we have put that on our Herald of Thunder. Herald of Thunder doesn't have anything on the bolt page or on the bolt tab of the skill. But if you go over to buff, you can see that lightning bolt strikes your next 2 attack hits, which is tremendous over just the next 1 attack hit, which is what it is normally. So this will massively improve our clear at the cost of just the 4 gem cutters we found. As soon as we post a sapphire ring for sale, it's like boom, message. These things just print money. Give me my X. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your business. Let the farm continue. Looky there. Looky there. Money on the ground. Thank you, sir. Instant sale on the 100x Stellar Amulet. Instant. Bring us our money, Sunone. Appreciate you. You know it. Money, money, money. We haven't found a Grade of Jeweler's Orb in a while, so we're gonna go ahead and buy one. They're not terribly expensive, but we need one for our cast on shock. So we're gonna grab that. And we're gonna place it in cast on shock. And then we're gonna run deceleration as our choice. Put in ball lightning on cast on shock. Alva, we got stuff for you. You know I want your exalted orbs, and I'm going to offer you up an omen of corruption, because these things are valuable. 162 exalted orbs. Thank you very much, Alva. I appreciate all your hard work. I think you cost me way too much gold, but I appreciate your hard work regardless. One more thing, Alva. We're gonna need to shunt some of these exalted orbs off into the world of div orbs. We have enough for 2? No, we don't. We have enough for 1 though. We'll take 1. I want your divine orbs. No, we only have enough for 1. We'll take the 1 for now. Thank you again, Alva. So PoE is the only game in the world where someone who is playing the game that you talk to, and you'll ask them, how long have you been playing the game? And they'll say, oh, I've only been playing for 2 or 3 seasons, so I'm fairly new. That person, on average, will have 1,000 to 2,000 hours in a game over a year or 2. And they will still feel like they don't know anything about the game. It's such a massively complex game. If you have 2,000 hours in Elden Ring, you'll be like, yo, on like Millennia's second attack on frame 7, you need to immediately start dodging so that whenever the attack hits on frame 9, you can immediately do a heavy attack because she'll be delayed at that point in time and you can get off your damage. In PoE, they'll be like, yo, I just discovered that I can do this with a Chaos Orb. Today. I just discovered it. Real talk. Hopefully, we get a lot of money out of this thing. This was a really good find. Posting it up for 5 div. Maybe it sells at 3 or 4 div, though. We'll see. Our bows are selling like the hot cakes. Gonna have enough money to upgrade our armor soon. Come on, Winter Bosun guy. Get in here. All the Deadeye is logged on today. Nice. We're just farming away. We'll see how we do with no Thieves' Torment on our build now. Probably should not have stood in burning ground. We're still a little suffering on the mana side of things without Thieves' Torment, especially against bosses that have an energy shield aura. Definitely still prefer Thieves' Torment for bossing.
Don't mind if I do.
We'll need to continue swapping that. Ooh, that's a nice sale. 40 Exalted Orbs for that gem. That's a really nice sale. We needed some money. Still working towards getting an upgrade on our armor and our boots. And that will definitely help. We're also low-key keeping an eye out for bows because you should always be upgrading your bow. As always, most of your currency is going to come from keeping an eye out for valuable items. This Omen we got out of Ritual is currently selling for 129 Exalted Orbs. That is a nice addition to our budget. Will also allow us to do some conversions and get another Divine Orb here. We don't quite have enough for 2, but we have enough for 1 more. So we will get 1 more Div Orb here and continue to build our budget. We just did that the wrong way. We're supposed to be converting to Divine Orbs, not away from Divine Orbs. So we still have the ability to get 2 more Divine Orbs instead of spending the one that we have. There we go. We only lost 3 Exalted Orbs in that exchange. And some gold. Pay attention. And we'll stick our Divine Orb back down there. We are moving up towards another div here. We'll keep on farming. We've got 3 Citadels coming. So ideally we'll do those 3 Citadels, get 2 fragments of each of them, and then be able to do 2 Arbiter kills and maybe get some really good cash out of that. We'll see. This is a great find. This is a very, very good find. That is a very cheap armor. Has all the stats we need to include another aura into our character. We're looking for that spirit, resistances to fit our character, a little bit of life, and as much energy shield as we can get. And for 22 Exalted Orbs, this one is a steal. It's a little bit worse than our current one. A little bit worse than our current one. On the energy shield, lose 60 ES, we lose 20 life, but we gain 56 spirit. definitely a win. We can make up for that ES in other places, especially on that budget. Now we need to look at jewels. Boot time. We need to get new boots. We need new boots bad. These are old, raggedy boots that have carried us as far as they're going to carry us. We have created a filter again, looking for max life, fire res and cast res, we need boots, movement speed. And now we're looking for pure ES boots because we need to start scaling ES. Having evasion is good, but getting more ES is going to be even better. These boots are good. And these boots are good. But if we can get these would be ideal. Ton of ES. They're not even, like, this will go up to 200. Got him. Oh, that's good. That's super good. Give us the Exalted Orbs. Thank you. Big, big upgrades. Very pleased. I don't know which person invited me. I assume it was this guy. Oh, look, an attribute stacker. We haven't seen one of those before. New bow. Not... Ooh, that's a good bow. Got the boots. We'd get this bow too. It's 2 open suffix. Ah, we need that bow. Come on, guy. Don't raise the price because I whispered you too fast. But also, I have to whisper you fast so someone else doesn't buy it. It's a tough life over here. Sir? 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 This is a good bow. We could anoint, or we could exalt this twice. And it's a good bow already. Come on, my guy. This is the trade with me, sir. He should not sell it for this price. Should relist it for 20 div. That's what he should do. But maybe we're the only person looking for this right now. And he's just gonna not get any more whispers. I love our trade system. It makes so much sense for this guy to list it for sale and then not sell it to me. I don't think we're gonna get it, but on a positive note, 1800 energy shield, 2100 energy shield. Lost a tiny amount of damage for the 11 int. Our damage is still really solid. Huge survivability increase. We still have 71% evasion. Very nice. Still running Thief's Torment alone. So we could always scale up damage with 2 rings, but Thief's Torment is such good quality of life, then we don't have to swap for bossing. So I think we're good there. Now it's time to shop for some jewels. Now we are looking at jewels. And I'm torn as to exactly how I want to do this, but I think we're going to do 1, 2 jewels offensively and then 2 defensively. So we're looking at these jewels that have stat weights that we've calculated, same way as we did our quiver. And this one is particularly good. I want the Herald skills increased damage as well, because that's not a very popular one, but that is going to be very good for us for clear. grab that one, and that one is really cheap. That's a good grab. And we'll probably also grab this one. And then we've got one reasonably good DPS jewel that we crafted in the campaign. So we'll just use that one. So we use the one we crafted, and then and then these two that we're purchasing here. Come on, Blood Suck Lord. Who names their character Blood Suck Lord? It's got to be. Well, first of all, he's not online anymore. That has got to be someone that is not English as their first language. Got to be. Look for a little bit less. One is 9 strength, one's 9 dex. This 9 dex one would be good as well. Getting these jewels with strength on them so that we can stop running strength on our tree, and we can move that over to our intelligence. So those are basically the same as saying 10 intelligence on the jewel. It's a very, very valuable corruption that a lot of people are going to overlook, and so they're going to be cheap, even though they're very important. So, those jewels will allow us to move things around. You'll see, we'll go back to our hideout here. In our hideout, he came here. We'll keep our jewel that we exalted attack speed. This one. This is the one that we exalted to have attack speed, and it's got lightning damage and bow damage. Swap. Pull out here. And we'll swap this jewel. Let's go back to where we're at. 45,824. Swap that one out. Swap that one out. This one was pretty. And then that will allow us to
Go on.
over here. So those. Don't think that any decks anymore on our. That'll get us to 47.5. So obviously not huge leaps in damage, but definitely good increase. We're at 45.7. Now we're at 47.4. We'll be unequipping this jewel, and we'll be unequipping this jewel. So we replaced 3 jewels and only lowered our damage a little bit. But bow went up for sale. Not one worth buying. But now it's time to look at tools for defense. Now we're going to want 20% increased maximum energy shield. Change this search. 20% increased maximum energy shield, maybe 50 charge speed. We'll see if we can get any increased elemental damage on it. Nothing in the look at 20 and 19. Now we're going to need to look for other good affixes on sapphires. Recover 2% of life on kill would be. Recover mana on kill doesn't matter to us because we are not mana while we're killing. Meta skill gain energy is an interesting one, and we could use. But I think we want at least one jewel with recover life on kill. Gonna help a lot with quality of life. At least a 2%. That puts us in the 1 div range. 19% increase threshold. Doesn't matter to us. Duration of ailments on enemies doesn't matter to us. Increased build duration doesn't matter to us. Buffs expire. 5% chance to inflict ailments. Probably. There are 2 of those that fit our current search criteria. You can pull this back just a hair. And then again, we're looking for a useful 4th option. Plus 2% max cold res. That's really not generally bad at all. But I think we want the ailment. 10% of energy shield is maximum stun is also not bad. Threshold is nothing for us. If there was any free buildup on here that worked for this, that would be awesome. But I don't know if there's any on here. Mainly only with so just increased chance to inflict ailment. It's 1 div. I think we'll get increased chance to inflict ailments on the next jewel. We'll just go with increased chill duration for right now, probably. That is cheap. No. Maximum energy shield as additional stun threshold. This is really solid for it. This is a good jewel for 20 exalted. Our next one, we will no longer need the recover on kill. We can go chance to inflict ailments. We can get a 15% roll on this. Mana regeneration rate doesn't matter. Crit chance for spells doesn't matter. Stock duration isn't terrible. Getting into the spendy range. Why don't we look at a 13 maybe? See what we have here. Again, we're just looking for cast rate, not bad. Chance for spells, minions. Don't crit. Don't ignite. No spells again. It for that one. So we'll stick with just this 20x one that has a little bit of mana regen. Mana regen is obviously not going to do anything for us, but at a 20 exalted or budget, that is absolutely the best way for us to go. This will get our energy shield up to almost 2400, which will be 5k ish with Grim Feast going, which we have access to now, and should lead to much more survivability in mapping. Sure. Sir, where's Sir? Okay, good. He invited us. Again, we can always upgrade these jewels later. Jewels sell relatively quickly and often, but this will be great upgrades for us as we are about to move into Citadels and our first Arbiter kill. Be back for our first Citadel shortly. Alright, now we're going to get our elemental damage. Owned. Elemental damagey things here. Need 2 of them. I don't know if it's worth risking corrupting that bow. Probably not. We'll just slam our elemental damage in there. Ooh, it's not even smithy though. We can smithy it. Damn it, we need more smithies.
How can I help?
that's fine. 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 Smithies. Alright. Life per enemy killed is phenomenal. It's great recovery. Physical damage to mana is irrelevant to us. The accuracy rating is not bad, but we're really after the cold damage. The cold damage is going to make our Herald's chain better, ideally. We're going to lose a little bit of damage here, so we're going to go from 45k to being unable to equip the bow, because we're going to go dexterity, passives, little dex here. Is this going to be enough? Nope. Here, is this enough? Nope. Dex here. I feel like this should be enough. And times 1.8 plus 149 is 2. Nope, nope, we definitely need more. Alright, so we're gonna lose.
Shocking.
Oof. 5k damage over our old bow. It's a lot of damage. Our old bow was 159 DPS, the new bow is 157, but the attribute movement and the lack of physical and lightning damage with skills, our primary damage is pretty significant. And then the 30% extra theta Walotl. I have to try it out on a map. 1k damage off of lightning rod, or sorry, yeah, lightning rod. So we go to 2900 cold versus 2100 cold. So that is a significantly larger amount of cold damage. So if we get good consistent procs with this, we'll run with it. If we don't get good consistent procs with this, we'll drop Herald of Ice, go back to only running Herald of Thunder, and add in Wind Dancer probably. We lost Int. Now we can't use Grim Feast anymore, which probably also means we lost. No, our Cast on Shock was not level 18 yet. We can just run a level 17 Spirit Gem on Grim Feast for right now. That's fine. 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 All in the name of putting together this Deadeye on a budget. Back to the mapping. Well, after some testing, I don't think that Herald of Ice is the right way to go. The cold damage bow does increase the chances that they get frozen, but it doesn't chain frequently enough. I think we're better off just using our original bow, which has much more overall damage, with damage that scales much better with our character, and gives us 27 dex, which is a huge bonus to our stats to be able to move over stuff to Int. So Herald of Ice is going to get the chopping block here. But that also means that we can go back to buffing up our
Shocking.
Herald of Thunder and our Orb of Storms. There's no more Cold Infusion here, Lightning Mastery, Ice Bite, and Magnified Effect. So that our Herald of Thunder will just straight up hit harder because we're no longer focusing on lightning damage. Don't need Ice Bite on there either. Now we have to decide, since 4 linked our Herald of Thunder now, we need to decide what we're going to put on our 4th link here. We had Elemental Focus before, because we were not trying to make it crit, or not trying to make it freeze. Elemental Focus. So that'll improve our Herald of Thunder damage and give us back the Herald of Thunder clear, which was actually fairly reliable, even though it's not as good as chaining Heralds are. We're about to come up on our next link on bow shot as well. We're like 5% from a level here, so we'll need to decide on what we want to do with that one as well. Got a fire gem that's garbage. We got a bow that we can sell now. We'll list this for 4 divine. I don't know if it's going to sell. Hopefully crafted on. In fact, we'll list it for 5. Hopefully crafted on with the volatiles will make it more attractive to other people. It is still a really good bow. Just not as good as our original bow was that we picked up for next to nothing. Let's see here. Bow shot we need to figure out. And then we now have another spirit gem that we can link. And we can also go back to using our higher level Grim Feet. Now the obvious choice here is going to be fund our passives back to int. The obvious choice here is going to be Wind Dancer. And it's very likely that we're going to use Wind Dancer. But we'll take a look and see what our options are, just in case there's something we are overlooking that we can spend our 36 spirit on. Mana Remnants doesn't matter to us. Ghost Dance. I think I'd rather run Ghost Dance than Wind Dancer. Ghost Dance is very solid. We do need a fast forward on there. Fast forward reduces the timer on the duration between ghost shards. Takes from 3.2 to 2.44. Our Ghost Dance is going to returning to us 377 energy shield per hit. And that is going to be phenomenal for our character. I think this is a much better choice for us than Wind Dancer right now. So we'll go with that. We've got Citadels almost ready, so we should be seeing those soon. All right, we are fully set up to run our Citadels here. We have a Stone Citadel cleared here. We have a Copper Citadel cleared here. And we have an Iron Citadel cleared here. We have some precursor tablets that are also crafted on and ready to put in here. One of these precursor tablets has an increased quantity of waystones found in your maps. These are multiplicative modifiers, and so they're hugely beneficial to us for getting additional fragments from these bosses. So we're going to go ahead and waystone all of these towers that we've cleared surrounding our citadels here to maximize our chance of getting fragments from these bosses. Here, this one is just barely in range here. One here. And then we've got 3 towers up here as well for our citadel here. Additionally, we have T15 maps that we have rolled. We need to go ahead and craft further on these T15 maps. Each one of these needs to be full suffixes. So we want to go ahead and do all of those with Exalted Orbs. And then we're going to vol all of these as well. Got no 16s. We got 2 16s. Maybe those are good. Got a couple of 16s here. And we're looking for waystone percentage. Only 235 and 285, so not ideal, but there's a 475. There is 0 waystones, although that's an incredibly good map for a juiced map. 575 here, that's big money. And then a 335, so it looks like 40, and then these 16s are not really enough waystone percent. We've got 3 maps that we can do, and we've got everything set up. Let's go run a citadel. First citadel we're going to do is going to be our Stone Citadel. So we'll go ahead and dump our 575 in here and get to mapping. Now, there's obviously a lot of potential loot in the citadel, but what we want to do is rush to the boss, because the boss is the only thing that truly matters in this citadel. So we're going to carefully kill everything on the way to the boss. We're running our Thief's Torment because that gives us a lot of recovery, even if we lose a little bit of damage. But this is a very, very juicy map, and so we don't want to do anything too dangerous just getting to the boss. Citadels, if you fail them, vanish, and then you got to chase them down again. And after you chase them down again, you got to clear all the towers around them, and then you got to set all the precursors and craft all the maps and everything. So really don't want to do any of that unless we have to. We're going to do that as infrequently as we have to. So don't miss Citadels. Play them safe. Just a reminder, white mobs in Path of Exile 2 hit just as hard as bosses do. Don't do anything unnecessary.
That's quite nice.
This map is always laid out the same. You kind of have to go northeast until you break out of the starting area, and then you go northwest to get to Doriani. So this will be the little bridge out of the little starting area. And once we've killed Doriani, we can always go back and clear everything up.
Prepare yourself.
Right now, the mobs we're dealing with that are hurting us the most are the monsters have 273% stun buildup. So basically, every hit they hit us with stuns us. We've also got 54% of extra damage as cold, so we're going to get chilled much more frequently and potentially frozen. So those are the mobs that are super dangerous on this map. Make sure you're not carrying anything into the room, and then go get your setup for Doriani. His RP is fairly short in the actual Citadel. Get your curse down, your orbs down. There we go. Let him phase. Or let him be a dick and continue casting things around the room. Ooh, that lightning though. That stun buildup is nasty. Stop cheating, Doriani. And deleted. Come on, 4 fragments. Oh, 3. We'll take 3. 881% waystones found. Gives us a lot of maps, gives us fragments. And we are on to next.
Now this will come in handy.
Citadel. It is Copper Citadel time. We're going to go ahead and use our 475% waystone here on the Copper Citadel. Now always relook at your affixes here. You're going to poison on hit. Increased stun buildup is 362%. Ugh. But we have 948% waystones found in this area, so a very, very good chance at 4 from the last boss. we're going to have to just be super careful again because of the stuns. This map is a little disfavorable because they like to leap across behind us, hit us. And there's a lot of guys that spawn other guys on this map, so we're just going to have to be extra careful getting to Kamen the Dreadnought life. The most hated map in the campaign for sure. Essence of electricity are always good. We're gonna skip this breach and come back to that breach later. There's no point in risking a Citadel map for a breach. Not to beat a dead horse, but the only thing that matters is getting to Jamunra. You can always come back and do the rest of that stuff another time, or just like in any other map. Stuns. Go. If freezes weren't so outrageously dangerous, I would run a stun charm instead of a freeze charm for this map. But we absolutely cannot get frozen. I don't really care about doing it. Oh, I lied. That stuff. Number one perk of Deadeye is off-screening everything dangerous. And to Jamunra. Be extra careful here when he drops those first two rods. They do a ridiculous amount of damage. Let him do his immune phase. And then catch him on the flip side. And we still got 5k ES, so we can eat a cleave to the face. So we're just going to try to just burst him down. Thank you, sir. Where's my 4 waystone fragments? Ah, we only count 3 again. Take him.
Stay light, stay alive.
Now, when you kill Jamunra, it shunts you to this area that you can't get out of. If you wanted to go back and complete the map, you would not portal right here. Would exit the character select and then log back in. Whenever you log back in, it'll put you at the very beginning of the map again. But we're not interested in finishing this map right now. What we are interested in doing is going and getting our next Citadel. Oh, Iron Citadel, you are last up on the chopping block. We're gonna throw our 370% waystone in here. The affixes on this one are not quite so bad. We're not heavily stunned. We are heavily taking lightning damage. and it is 83% less recovery rate, which doesn't affect us. We don't actually recover much. All of our guess comes from Ghost Shroud and Grim Feast. And reduced flash charges doesn't affect us that much, but this 54% extra lightning damage is a lot of extra lightning damage, especially coming from the boss. And so we'll have to be extra careful on the boss because he has a long, annoying immune phase where he does a bunch of really powerful attacks that can just one-shot us with that 54% extra lightning damage. And so we don't want to be anywhere near him whenever he is in his immune phase once we first phase him. Take advantage of this trying to get here quickly. Feels so slow after the speed shrine. We want to carry in some of our Grim Feast just as an extra buffer versus the initial damage the boss is going to do. And same strategy as always. Get our curse down, get our orbs down. As soon as he spawns, we're going to hit him with our full take mark and damage. Oh, that. See? 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 Stay far away. If we didn't have that Grim Feast, that would have demolished us. Thank you for the planning. Thank you. The fragments. And now we go kill the Arbiter. We're going to start getting ready. We can do our Arbiter run. We're going to need to get a 5-link lightning rod. We have purchase, gem cutters, and greater jeweler's orbs. We're going to cut everything because we want the 20% quality. And we are going to need to get some chaos orbs out here. And we're going to need to get some lesser jeweler's orbs out of here. First, link everything. Then 4-link everything. And then we will ball everything. We are looking for a 5-link lightning arrow out of this batch. 1, 2, got 2. So we spent 200 exalted orbs on everything. We netted 2 5-link lightning rods, which means that the net gain is going to be 100-ish exalted orbs. Because this should sell for about 300 exalted orbs. Let's go see what it's going for on the market right now. For a level... Don't want the -1 corruption, that's a brick. About 300 exalted orbs. That should get us a good hefty profit on this. So we'll go ahead and mark this in here at exact price. Exalted orbs $295. Got 1 left. We didn't do anything to it. Go ahead and cast that and see if we get lucky. We did not get lucky. The rest of these are basically bricked. No one's ever going to use these for any reason. There's no point in worrying about any of these. If it's not a 5-link, 5-socket, it's not viable. So we'll put this away. We'll equip this one. And we're going to move Primal Armament down into Lightning Rod because we are going to need the extra damage. I think this is going to be our setup here. We'll need to find another link for Bowshot up here. That's not terribly important right now, because this is what is going to kill Arbiter, is our Lightning Rod. And we are going to need to get that Lightning Rod up to level 21. First things first, let us go ahead and go all these. A whopping 7 gold return. And now we're going to need a level 20 skill. Our 110 Exalted Orbs, not too shabby. Under the 115 guy, nope. And check the 120 guy out too. Fonts. Go to the 125. We'll also come in here and grab our best elemental tools out. This one. And this one. Our ES is going to be basically worthless against Arbiter. Either we dodge the attacks or we die. So it'll be best that we just carry full DPS gems versus him, rather than what we would carry in a normal map clearing. At 11, 8, 12 right now. So we'll swap 12, 680. Can we purchase level 120 or level 20 socket? Possible situation here. Trade website is running. There we go. 19. 130. We'll take it. Little laggy tonight. Oh, an attribute stacker. Any uncut skill gem. So even though our lightning rod is corrupted, we can still level it up. So we can upgrade this to level 20. Up to almost 14k DPS is looking good. That is laggy hideout. Everything's laggy right now. May not be doing Arbiter tonight. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we need to do to get started on this. It is time for the Arbiter. We've made all the little changes that we have an opportunity to make with the budget that we have. So let's see how we do. Arbiter is a tough fight. It is a fight that requires more talent than it requires gear. And I am not the best at Arbiter. So blame the pilot, not the build. If it's your first time doing Arbiter, make sure you study up well in the fight. There are a lot of one-shot mechanics in this encounter. As always, we're going to put orbs down, and we're going to put a curse down, and then we're going to hit him with Voltaic Mark, and then just try to do damage. Bam, lightning rods. Make sure you're not standing in front of him during this like RP phase, because he'll like shoot out a bolt of lightning right there.
The fourth edict already burns for your insignificance. This is the legacy of humanity.
And got him. Not too shabby. Ooh, got a little more here out of it. See if that pays for itself. And then a whole bunch of, I'm sure it's garbage. Take a look anyway. Quarterstaff. Take that crossbow right there. Let's go check out our Warrior. And we got max mana, max Res. That's a build funder right there. 244 is a good roll on it. Appreciate you, Arbiter. So increase mana per socket at soul core. Res per soul core. Got 5 and we got 10 and we have an uncorrupted Warrior. These bad boys are gonna rank in. Oof. I was wrong. 3 divs. It'll fund a build, just not our build. but still not too shabby of a haul. We'll definitely get this one up and sold. And our Deadeye is done. Everything has been wonderful on the character. Clear has been absolutely solid throughout the entire campaign. We'll go over our passive tree right here, but of course this will be linked below in the build comments. Essence of the Storm, Mindful Awareness, Flow Like Water, Step Like Mist, and Essence of the Mountain are the last things that we have gotten here. We did go up Spectral Ward, got Wildstorm combined with Lightning Rod and Flash Storm for damage, and we obviously have our Master Fletching. We did take Vile Wounds early on in the tree, and we are carrying Falcon Technique with Proficiency and Enhanced Reflexes, and then Feathered Fletching to convert our prod speed on our tree to damage, as well as any prod speed that we get on our bows or our jewels. Finally, acceleration for damage and move speed, and escape velocity and freedom of movement for defenses. We did switch over to a full set of DPS jewels for Arbiter just to make sure that we did as much damage to him as possible. We also equipped Blink for the fight in case we needed to blink out of things. For mapping, we would run Grim Feast and Herald of Thunder. And then in a mapping situation, we're going to go ahead and run Blink on a weapon swap. And so we would set up a weapon swap staff for that. For our bow shot, we are running Lightning Infusion, Fork, Innervate, Long Shot, and Mobility. For our Lightning Rod, we're running Scatter Shot, Concentrated Effect, Martial Tempo, Close Combat, and Primal Armament. For Blink, it is Ingenuity and Arcane Tempo. Orb of Storms is Lightning Exposure, Overcharge, Overabundance, and Conduction. Cast on Shock is Ball Lightning, Impetus, Energy Retention, and Deceleration. Conductivity, we're running Heightened Curse, Cursed Ground, and Focus Cursed. Voltaic Mark only needs Persistence so that it lasts longer on the target. And don't sleep on Voltaic Mark. This is absolutely build enabling. 50% more chance to shock is an insane amount of ailment. So make sure you are using Voltaic Mark on all of your bosses. Herald of Thunder, we are running Electrocute, Lightning Mastery, Magnified Effect, and Elemental Focus. We're running Electrocute, Lightning Mastery, and Magnified Effect. Elemental Focus is going to negate our Electrocute. And the Electrocute is low-key one of the best parts of Herald of Thunder that we have access to. Phenomenal. It is a tremendous amount of control on the map whenever you're fighting. We don't want to not inflict elemental ailments because Electrocute is an elemental ailment. And the damage from Herald of Thunder is not the most important part of it. It is absolutely going to be that Electrocute. So powerful. Go ahead and put Maim on here because that's going to go with the control that we're getting from Electrocute. It still does a hefty amount of damage, but again, that Electrocute is just absolutely one of the best parts of running Herald of Thunder in this build. And finally, Ghost Dance with Fast Forward so that we can reduce the duration between Ghost Shrouds. And this, again, is a wonderful defense that pairs well with the rest of our character. And as far as items go, we did finally end up going back to our previous bow, which is just a medium DPS bow with elemental damage to attacks, +5 to projectile skills, and 27 dexterity. And then we corrupted it for 3 sockets and have socketed 30% increased elemental damage attacks and all 3 soul cores. This is very, very important. And a bow like this is very cheap. As you saw, very damaging. Make sure you do get something like this while they are still budget oriented. Our helmet we've had since level 70 basically. It is just a max life, double res, a little bit of int, and a lot of ES. And that's what you're looking for is ES, int, max life, and resistance inside of your helmet. Our quiver we bought probably 74 or something, I think it was. And we did a series on how to set your weightings so that you can get the best quiver for your character. Remember, as you change gear on your character, your weightings are going to change. So you may need to go back and reevaluate your damage weightings and then reevaluate your quiver at any point in time. This is obviously due for an upgrade, and once we sell more here, we will go ahead and be upgrading this. On our amulet here, what we were looking for out of our amulet was maximum energy shield, prod skills, and resistances to fill what we were missing. Anything else good you can get on your amulet is just awesome. If you can get 30 extra spirit on your amulet, you can go ahead and run Wind Dancer in here instead of your blink air, or instead of blink. That would give you some additional defense. We are running Thief's Torment because of the mana per enemy hit with attacks. It is not necessary to run Thief's Torment during a map. You can run your DPS rings during map, which are rings that have attributes, maximum life, and elemental damage on them. And so both of those make a monumental difference in our damage versus single target and clear. But Thief's Torment is an absolute necessity for Pinnacle bosses, because otherwise we will run out of mana in first 4 lightning rods. So very, very important to run Thief's Torment versus Pinnacle bosses. But your map clear, you can run 2 DPS rings like this. Our armor, we are running an evasion energy shield hybrid armor. You want the highest evasion, highest energy shield you can get while still maintaining maximum life and at 50 spirit. Yeah, at least 50 spirit on there. And then fill it out with resistance as you need. Hand of Wisdom in action. Get the one that has like the best resistances on it that you can afford. Make sure that the corruption adds 1 to 10 lightning damage to attacks per 10 intelligence is not broken. If it says 1 to 9 or 1 to 8, those are bad. Don't use those. Get one that's 1 to 10. The attack speed is 3% per 25 dex. If you get a 2% per 25 dex, it's not the end of the world. The lightning damage flat is more important on this. Our belt is simply max life, max mana, and resistances. There's a lot of other small, helpful attributes you can get on your belt. Just get a good belt with a lot of max life and resistances to fill. And then our boots are move speed, max life, resistances, and energy. A very high energy shield on your boots is very important because our percent scaling is all going to be based off the flat, flat, and flat here. And we don't have many sources of flat ES, so don't skimp on your boots. Get a pair of really good boots for you. That's going to help you out a lot through the campaign and through the mapping. Now our jewels are all prod speed, attack speed with bows, herald skills, just generic damage that we need. None of these are expensive jewels. I think the most I spent was 20x on any of these emerald jewels. And then for mapping, if you want additional survivability, we have this recover 2% life on kill and maximum energy shield is additional stun threshold, as well as more maximum energy shield and energy shield recharge rate and increased chance to inflict ailments. Both of these which help us through a mapping scenario. But again, you can change your jewels out very easily whenever you need, whatever they need to. I think that is going to be it for the Deadeye. We went from starting the character with 0 currency, downing Arbiter on day 3, and the character will do nothing but scale from here with as much money as you want to throw into him. If you have any questions over the build, please drop a comment down below or come by Twitch. I am happy to answer all of your questions. PoE is a very complex game and knowledge is power, so don't hesitate to ask all the questions you have. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.